Hi guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be on all of my favorite things for the month of May. And I have not done a favorites video in how long? I haven't done a favorites video in months. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to show you is a palette. And this one is the Juvia's Place, the Zulu palette. And it has a whole bunch of different colors in here. I've mentioned this one already, I think in my makeup updates video, but I cannot get enough of it. It is so nice. It has the prettiest shades. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing any of them on my eyes today, but I have done several looks with this palette and I love it. The pigment is great. The price is great and just everything about it. I loved it. I think it's a great deal. If you have a chance to pick this one up, I would really recommend it. So moving on to something that I've never mentioned ever and I never show it. It's actually a lip product, and this lip product I use it before my makeup application. So the tutorials that I've done, if you've ever seen me with glossy lips, I think I mentioned this in another video, this is the product that I'm wearing, and I got this from a little Sephora Favorites lip kit. And this one came in it. It was just random. I applied it one time and then I took it off and I was like, let me apply a lipstick instead that had a color to it instead of just like a clear gloss. And the lipstick looked so nice. So I was like, I think I just discovered something. So then the days after that, whenever I was gonna do my makeup, I started putting this one on before anything else, like my moisturizer and a lip balm, pretty much, you know, like you would do with any other, maybe like a chapstick. Well, I started using this one like that, and every time I take it off and put a lipstick on top, my lips look so much better. After I take it off, my lips are not dry. They look moisturized and like full. This one, I have it in the color Dolly, but I know they have many other shades. So yeah, I have been loving that lip gloss, and I'm surprised I never even mentioned it to you, but yeah, one of my favorites. The other lip product that I have is a nude lipstick. Surprise, I know, because I've been wearing a lot of color, but this one is in the color Cakewalk, and I use this whenever I don't know what lipstick to choose. So if I do a colorful look and I don't have anything to match it or anything that might go with it, I just go with the nude, and this one's the one that I have been using. Actually, I didn't even swatch the lip gloss. It wouldn't even make that much of a difference, but this is the way that the lipstick swatches. This one is by Covergirl. It's one of the Queen Collection shades, major shades, and like I said, it's in the name Cakewalk. Let me go ahead and swatch the lip gloss for you. Even though it's clear, it's like a clear pink, you can't even see it whenever it's on your lips, but just wanted to show you the swatch so that way you can see it. And then I have a concealer. This one is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion, and I have it in the color 2W. The color matches me perfectly. It is a great, it's not my exact shade of foundation, but it's not super light to where it's gonna brighten or over brighten like way too much. So it is a good color for me, and it doesn't set my makeup. It sits on my under eye area really good. It doesn't move, it doesn't crease, it's lightweight, it doesn't feel thick. I don't know, I just really liked it. The formula is nice. This one has been my favorite ever since I showed it to you. I did a review on it, and then ever since then I have been using it. And no, that's not the one that I'm wearing today. Today was just one of those days that I wasn't planning on filming a favorites. Usually if I do, like in the past, I wear the makeup so that way I can show it to you. And today I just ended up using a bunch of other things since I wasn't planning on filming my favorites today. I was actually going to do that tomorrow, but you know, I was able to film, so why not? And then I also have an eyeliner. This one is called Rose Glow. It is by Pixi, and I have been using this a lot, especially with my neutral bronzy looks. Kind of more like on the, my voice went out, kind of more like on the bronzy, like a dark bronze type of shade, but it is kind of pink. It is like a rosy shade, I guess. But it is really nice, and it glides on very smoothly. This one is called, I think it's called a glide on pencil. Oh no, it's called Endless. No, that's the Urban Decay 24/7. This one is called Endless Silky Eye Pen, and it is by Pixi. It glides on so easily, like on your waterline. That's wherever I've used it. I haven't used it anywhere else, but on your waterline it just glides on, and it has the pigment that you see in the swatch. So it does look glittery, not glittery but shimmery. It does look like that rose gold that you would expect. So I really like it. I've been using it a lot, especially with like my bronzy, more like brown bronzy. I haven't really done rose gold eyes or anything like that, but more with like the neutral tone or brown bronzy eyeshadow looks. Then, speaking of eyeshadows, I have my favorite brush right here, which I have mentioned that it is my favorite before in like videos. This one is the Morphe M514, and it is tiny. It is a tiny little blending brush that fits perfectly. Let me get my mirror. It fits perfectly in my crease area, and I have hooded eyes. I've mentioned this before that if you have hooded eyes, I think you will love this brush. It's so tiny, but it is a fluffy blending brush, and it does such a good job blending out my foundation, my eyeshadows. And I know that blending out your makeup does depend on the eyeshadow itself, but the brushes are a big deal, and I've never tried a small little blending brush like this. This is so unique to me just because I don't have a lot of eyeshadow brushes, and this one is small. It fits perfectly in my crease area. It does a good job blending. It doesn't get too high. It is just a perfect little blending brush for me, and I love it. Every time that I've gone to Ulta, I look to see if they have more, and this one is always out of stock. I don't know why, but they don't have it. Sometimes they have little jars in the front, like whenever you're gonna pay. And I look in there too, and they don't have any. So I'm like, why? I know I can order it probably online somewhere, either on the Morphe website or on Ulta's website, but I never really think about it when I'm ordering something. It's usually whenever I'm in the store and I'm like looking around. I always look for it, and they don't have it. But if I get the chance, I will get more of these. And I always have to clean it, because I always need it. Every single time that I do my makeup, I have been using this one, and I clean it pretty much every single day. Another brush, I know I went on and on about that brush, but I just really love it. Another brush that I've been loving is this one. This one is by Bdellium tools, and I'm pretty sure I've had these for about a year already, maybe more. This one has recently become my favorite because I've been using it so much, and it's just been doing such a good job blending out my contour. This one is the Bdellium Tools 966. It is called Duo Fiber Face Shading. And I have used it for contouring before, but lately, I don't know, I just feel like it's doing better, or maybe it's just me that I'm getting better at my makeup application, but this one is making it super easy, and it just blends out my contour super easily. I didn't use it today. Today I was just using something more simple, like a bronzer type of product, but it does such a good job with contouring. I've used it in plenty of my videos. This can be one of the hardest places to contour or to blend because it's the contour area, and it can easily look really harsh. So I just really like this one. First, I start applying it like up and down, and then I use it sideways to kind of start blending it towards the top and like with everything else, and it just looks so nice and flawless. So loving this brush lately. And then let's see, I have this powder that I have been loving. This one is the Hourglass Veil, and I have been using this one mainly to set my under eye area, but lately I have been using it more and more to set my entire face. So first I pack it on the under eye areas and on my nose. It does such a good job on my nose. I have been talking about baking your nose if you wear glasses for a while already, because I have been loving doing that. So first I pack it on those areas, and then I set the rest of my makeup with this and just like my regular fluffy brush. So yeah, another favorite. I'm trying not to make this video super long. So I have a favorite highlighter, and I'm not wearing it today because I'm wearing something completely different. But this one is the Persona Cosmetics Zuma Glow. It is the Zuma Cali Glow. So gorgeous. This one was sent to me by Persona Cosmetics, and ever since they sent it, I've been using it so much in so many of my looks. I just love it. I recently swatched it because I took it with me in my travel bag, and I showed it to you already, but it has just been my favorite this month. I couldn't not show it again because it is gorgeous. It's so soft. It's creamy. If you have a chance to swatch it at Ulta, swatch it because you're gonna love it. And the glow that it gives is really nice. I was wearing it in this look. I feel like I always say that, really nice. I was wearing it in this look and plenty of my looks, this one too, and it just looks so nice. And those are just pictures that I do post on Instagram if you ever want to go look. The next product is a foundation, and this one is the Peach Perfect Foundation. I started using this one again this month because they did send me the PR package, and I did already have it, but I had it in a different shade, and it was just too orangey for me. It was in the summer last year. It was like in the middle of summer. I was a lot tanner, like my skin was more golden, and that foundation was, it was still a little bit too orangey for me back then, but it wasn't as orangey as it is now. Now it's like, okay, way too much. Before, when we were outside, hiking, doing things like that, walking around, yeah, I was tan, so it kind of matched me a little bit better, but now, no way. So whenever they sent me some shades, I was able to choose the one that I am, which I am in the color Nude, and it matches me perfectly. And I do have dry skin, I've said that many times, and this one is a matte foundation. It is called Comfort Matte. and it is really comfortable on my dry skin. I always apply a moisturizer before, which is another favorite of mine, my vitamin C serum by Derma-E. My dog is barking because FedEx passed by. So I always apply a moisturizer before, but it feels so good on my skin. It is one of the matte foundations that actually works for me, but for some reason this foundation feels like it's a stain, like it really just like grabs onto my skin. But it does feel different than other matte foundations. Whenever I try to take it off with like my micellar water and stuff, I have to really leave it there for a little while, like the little pad, and just leave it there for a little bit and then start wiping it off, because it's so on my skin, unless it's everything like the primer, the foundation, the setting powder, that is making it a little bit more difficult. But no, I feel like it's mainly the foundation that's like really stuck to me, because I always drag my foundation like towards the bottom, towards my chest, just to kind of blend everything, and everywhere around it, like it's always hard to take it off. So I mean, it's a good thing because it lasts for a long time, but it is kind of annoying to take it off at the end of the day. And then, like I said, this one is another favorite. This is the Derma-E Vitamin C Serum. It's really like liquidy. You can see it right there, kind of. It's so nice. I mean, it feels really good and refreshing on my skin. Let me see how you even say it. It says to use it in the morning or evening alone or in combination with your favorite Derma-E moisturizer. I do not use it like that. I just wash my face in the morning. I apply this before applying my makeup, and perfect. It looks really good on my skin. It makes my skin look really moisturized, and it keeps my makeup on. It's not like oily. It's not too moisturizing to where my makeup is gonna slip or anything like that. It really just gets into my skin, and I'm trying to hold on to this so that way it doesn't, so that way I don't drop it. It really just makes, it really stays on to my skin, so that way, what was I saying? I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but I knew I was saying something like, oh, it really sinks into my skin, and then it just looks moisturizing. And then I also have some other stuff right here, these two things. I say other stuff because they're not makeup products. This one, I've mentioned it before as a favorite, I'm pretty sure, but whenever I had my other bottle, this one is my newest bottle. I already need another one. It is the IT Cosmetics Brush Bath. I use this one pretty much every day that I do my makeup. Yeah, I wash my brushes and I wash my beauty blender, but sometimes I want to switch out the color, especially for my little bitty blending brush, and I need to do it in that moment. So I love this one because I can just spray it on. I use a napkin to just wipe it off. I wait a few seconds so that way, you know, the liquid from this can evaporate or dry. I don't know what it is, but my brush does dry really fast, and I can just use it with another color. So I don't use it immediately after wiping it on the napkin. I wait a few seconds, but it works perfectly. It works with all my brushes. I of course just don't use it on my beauty blender. I always wash it with the beauty blender soap, but this one is good for any brush, and it dries really fast. So I would really recommend it if you do your makeup like in different colors. So I always just use that product to quickly switch colors. And then the other product that I have been loving is the Mario Badescu spray. This one I use it all the time for highlights. I also use it for eyeshadow, and I just like it. I rarely use it before and after my makeup. I know it is a face a face mist, but I mainly use it for makeup application. Pretty much the highlight, like I have it on me today, or on my brow bone, or things like that on my face. That's what I pretty much use this for if I want to wet the eyeshadow that I'm going to use to make it more intense. That's what I use. And then lastly, I have two skincare products. These two, I use them separately though. I do not combine them. I would not do that. It is just way too much for my skin. But I do use them separately depending on what it is that I want to do. This one is the Derma-E Microdermabrasion Scrub, and it is a very fine, it's like sand. It pretty much feels like sand in here, like with sand and lotion kind of. It is thick. It's pretty thick. I don't really want to grab it. It's thick like a paste, but it has very small little exfoliating scrubs that feel like sand. It's a thick product, but what you're exfoliating with is really fine. And I love this because it's so good with my dry skin. I feel like it's not as rough as an exfoliating product with big, like, little rocks. That is kind of a little uncomfortable to like scrub your face with. My skin feel like stretchy, like way too much, and I don't like that feeling at all. So this one has been really helpful. The only thing is that I completely stay away from my eyes for sure. Like I really make sure to stay away from my eyes, because if these little things get in my eyes, then it's probably gonna hurt, or I'm gonna scratch my eyeball or something. I always have that maybe I'll scratch my eyeball like with glitters or something like that, and it's gonna hurt. So yeah, I'm very, very careful with it, but it does such a good job cleaning my face. And I mainly use that one if I have been wearing makeup. Let's say I wear makeup 4 days straight, like a full face of makeup 4 days straight. By then I feel like, okay, my skin needs to really clean out. Even though I wash my face, I mean, I take a shower, everything like that, sometimes I just feel like I need more of a deep cleanse, and that is when I use that one. This one, on the other hand, I can use this one maybe once a week, but I wouldn't do it more than that. And this one is a more of a like a deep pore cleansing type of mask. It's not a mask, I use it as a mask, and I'm gonna tell you about that in a little bit. But it's more of it's more of a deep pore cleansing face wash. So it's not something that you would use every single day. Like after you remove your makeup, you use this. You can, but since I have dry skin, I would never do that. This one is a cleanser, but I use it as a mask. So I apply it and I leave it on for 10 minutes or less. No more than 10 minutes, because it would be way too much for my skin, and I would only use it once a week. I would not use it more than that. And then what I do after that is I do the regular stuff that I always do. I rinse it off, I dry it, I tone my face, I use an oil, and then I use the moisturizer. It kind of sounds like a lot of steps, but honestly it's like a really simple basic routine that I can do really fast. It doesn't take that long, and it feels really good on my skin. It leaves my skin like super, super moisturized. And then once I apply this the next day to do my makeup, perfect. Like my skin feels so good. So yeah, those are all the products that I wanted to share with you. I think I have more. I feel like I'm forgetting some stuff, but for sure these are some things that immediately came to mind. So yeah, if I missed anything from this month, I'll just include it in next month or something like that if I have a monthly favorites. But yeah guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. If you are not subscribed already, I hope you do, so that way you don't miss out on future videos. And if you are subscribed, you could hit the little bell so that way you can get notified every single time that I upload a new video. But that is it for today. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. But today I decided I'm gonna go ahead and film some of So today I decided I was gonna get all the things that I have that I can